The College Basketball Experience Preview and Picks episode for Wednesday, March 8th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Networks presented by WynnBET. WynnBET's now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBET is what you need to win. Sign up today. Bet $100. Get a $100 free bet over at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/wynnbet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply. We're also brought to you by the SGPN merch store. Yes, head over to the store at store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com and use the promo code MADNESS for 10% off all orders, 40% or $40 or more. So grab that thing today or grab whatever you can from the store today. And remember, folks, to let it ride.
Hey, what's up, you degenerate gamblers? This is Bill Burr, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Welcome. Welcome to the College Basketball Experience Preview and Picks Edition for Wednesday, March 8th. Oh, the days are getting closer and closer to Selection Sunday. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, well, my name is Colby Swinging Dan Tubase Dan, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. I would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life. Yeah, it was a shock. I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and buffhead in the garden. Those kind of people don't get sick. I've never been sick in my life.
I smoke and I drink and I don't have stress and I'm healthy.
I'm having too much fun over here on the soundboard. Clips are playing twice, 3 times. Oh, man. Hope you got all that because I didn't. I am joined by co-host. Give it up for former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, host of the NFL Gambling Podcast, host of the Ryan and Rush Show. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre. What's up, man?
What is up, man? Tuesday's in the books. We're on to Wednesday, man. We are 5 days away from Selection Sunday. 'Tis the season.
Shout out to our new fans from Tucson.
There you go.
Great city.
I like that.
Oh, shout out to Cam Kerr. Cam Kerr in the chat. Everyone give him a follow. He's doing this fine work for us behind the scenes. He's going to Oral Roberts games on the often. He's going to Texas A&M games on the often. He's going to Oklahoma State Cowboy games on the often. He's just winning at life, and he's an Aggie fan, so we're hoping for him. We'll see. We're going to talk SEC futures in a minute here as that tournament tips off tomorrow. And shout out to the entire chat. You guys are already rolling along. I love it. We're going to have a fun show. We're going to have a fun show because you're going to hear me bitch. All right? Because I found 2 outcomes to be absolutely fucking pathetic, in my opinion. Pathetic. All right? Now let's just hop right into it. All right?
It's easy to see a tide turn.
Well, first off, currently, Marist is up 16 on Manhattan. Whoops.
Ooh, I might have to go take Manhattan money line with the way these NAAC games are going. It's a shit show league of this fucking thing.
And I got Weber State, Montana State on the TV here. We're waiting on Utah Tech, Stephen F. Austin to tip at 8:30. Same with Cal Poly and Long Beach State. UMass only scored 38 points today. There was a lot of slander on the internet. There was a lot of slander. So, someone DM'd me, called me a fucking idiot. I responded back with the Nick Cage Con Air gif of just his hair blowing and smiling.
Yeah.
I use that on like 90% of the. If I'm ever going to use a gif, I feel like it's 90% chance Nick Cage in some way. Wow. I know it's your boy, but how do you make that look good? The floor
I can't make it look good. Shit, I was getting shit on. I'm like, hey, I'm not on the coaching staff there. Those are just my guys. When I was on staff there, we were in the Final Four. So it's they look like
flex.
they look like shit, man. Obviously Fernandez didn't play, but that wouldn't have mattered. They didn't show up. So you know what? Brighter days ahead. Frank Martin, year number 2 on the horizon. So hit the transfer portal, hit the recruiting trail, and they'll be back. But yeah, today was a day to forget, I would say, for the Minutemen.
Yeah. Georgia Tech grabbed their first lead of the game at 61-60. And guess what? That's all they needed because they won 61-60. Darrell Brown cracking me up in the chat saying UMass looked like Patty C's Wendy's chili. Dude, the Yellow Jackets survive in advance. Is Georgia Tech going to win the ACC?
They're going to win tomorrow. We're gonna get to that preview. Here we go, baby.
A lot of fun here.
Then they're gonna beat Duke and whoever, maybe Miami after that. Yeah, why not? Let's go Yellow Jackets.
Sister Jean made the trip to Brooklyn, New York, from Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
You should probably save that money and start your football program, Loyola. Just an idea. All right.
St. Joe's tried to give him the game too.
I know.
They
We were watching.
They did everything to give him the game, and like Loyola's just sucked so bad. It's like wide open mystery after wide open. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah. That's, if anything, that's too short on Sister Jean. If she's gonna make the trip, you got to assure her that you're gonna win at least 2 games. I mean, to fly there, to fly right back. I just feel like 104 years old. Unless she's doing some drugs, unless she's on drugs, there's a chance at 103 or 104 years old. You never know. But
she looked awful. Like, I know she's 104, but she looked really bad today, health wise. From what she's looked at in prior years, that was the worst I've seen her.
Buddy, I don't know that I've ever seen someone 104 years old that looked like someone that can function really well.
I hear what you're saying, but like today I was like, damn.
Who looked better, Loyola's offense or Sister Jean?
You know, probably a tie. Good point. They're running about the same version of the offense. They're running the offense from 1918 or whatever year she was born. Whenever
we offer a lot of hot takes on this show, but one I was not expecting was Moneyline Max. Moneyline Max basically degrading a 104-year-old woman. But hey,
I respect
buddy. Be you. And look, in 2023, I feel like everyone's trying to be the same. I reward someone trying to be original and trying to be themselves and letting us know how you really feel. So she's
aged since Porter left town.
Yeah.
She misses Porter Mosier, man.
I mean, come on, man. There's Chicago winters at 103 or 104 years old. Look, I love cold weather as much as the next person, but fuck, you get me at 103, 104 years old? No. Actually, I got plans to abort planet Earth before that. All right. Get me in warm weather, get me on a beach, but also, I don't know if I want to be that old. All right.
No, hell no.
Sister Cam says Sister Gina's pilot barely got time to finish the cigarette. That's tough. We were on St. Joe's. St. Joe's, so we hit. Did not expect Abilene Christian to get really destroyed the whole game by Cal Baptist.
Yeah.
We were on the wrong side of that one. And then, we did place a substantial bet on Louisville plus 6 points. And for about 3/4 of this game, I was convinced Louisville was going to win the game on the money line. And then what was that run they went on with like 6 minutes left, maybe? Boston College went on like a 14.
It's like a 2-point game coming down the wire.
Unfucking believable. You know what I hate about this is we got DM'd saying we're fucking idiots on this one too. And I feel like for 90% of this game, not only were we covering, money line was at play here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You know what I love? So I started the day 0-4. Georgia Tech, Loyola, Abilene, and Louisville. I was 18-3 the last 2 days combined. This guy goes, "Hey, you should stop. You should stop. You just quit. You're terrible." I go, "Yeah, you're right." Gotta love people, man.
The best was I got a DM talking shit about my Georgia Tech pick when they were down double digits.
I love those people. They're fantastic. Yeah.
I appreciate it, though. It makes it fun. It makes it fun.
It does.
Because if I didn't have anyone to talk to, it wouldn't be nearly as fun. I like sending those Nick Cage gifts back. I like saying fuck you to people. All right. That's something that I've liked, most of my whole entire life, I would say. Rhode Island, LaSalle. We were spot on in this one as LaSalle. Fran Dunphy. Whew. Was that 17-point win, 18-point win, something like that? Putting it on Rhode Island. What'd you go here?
I was on Fran Dunphy. It should have locked it. I mean, they controlled that game throughout.
Yeah, we should have. And Canisius, didn't you lock the Golden Griffs? Did you lock that?
I +2. So I hit. I got lucky. Finally got a break here. After losing, I think the first 3 games by combined like 7 points, I finally got one to go my way. They should have won. They were up 17 in the first half.
I don't know how. Yeah, I had to do a show. I don't know what the fuck happened. They were dominating when we were watching. We had to do a show, and by the time the show got done, they had lost the game. I don't know what happened, but
they did Canisius shit.
They still hit for us.
Yeah,
they still hit for us, but Judge Dredd, I wish you guys could show the locks on the money lines on Tally site. I think we can. Am I crazy? At least we could with football.
All you got to do is click over to the money line tab.
Yeah, you can, man.
Yeah.
Grand Canyon wins by 5, but blows their cover against UT Arlington. What'd you make of that one?
Yeah, no, I mean, Arlington fought their way back into the game. They kind of got dominated like Abilene Christian, but at least they made it a game.
UMass Lowell covered. I'm sorry. New Hampshire covered against UMass Lowell by a point.
This was another one. It was a one-possession game the entire game, and I'm like, I swear to God, if I lose a 12.5-point cover when it's a one-possession going into the last media timeout, I'm going to throw some shit.
Well, that's nothing compared to what I'm about to rattle off in a minute here. Texas A&M Commerce beats McNeese by 17. I'm not Commerce, Corpus Christi. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We were on that one, right? I believe we were on that run. Southland's tricky. Yeah. Vermont. There we go.
This is an easy one.
Finally, one where we didn't have to sweat, and it was just a quick. They were up by like 30 to start the game. Let's go. Merrimack did not cover for us against Fair Dick, and they did win. Miraculously, actually, they probably should have lost. They are the champs, but they are not going to the NCAA tournament. Your take on the Warriors here?
They kind of played like shit tonight. They played like the team that was tight, that they really wanted to win that championship. They obviously did. They came back from 9 down with 4 minutes to go. But I mean, Fair Dick actually looked apart tonight. I mean, they controlled the tempo of that game. I thought they were just going to go through the motions, but yeah, I mean, shout out to Merrimack. It's an absolute travesty and joke that they're not in the NCAA tournament, but hey, it's the NCAA. They're a bunch of dumbasses.
So Fair Dick is 116 seed. We know, right?
Yep. Yeah, they'll be in playing game.
Definitely, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now let's tackle what really pisses me off.
The CAA.
That does piss me off, but I'm going to tackle Notre Dame, Virginia Tech first.
Yeah.
I thought this game was decided by a ridiculous call down the stretch. I didn't think it was a flagrant foul. Thought it was absolutely terrible. The refs took 12 minutes to review this fucking thing. I thought, I thought they got it wrong, frankly. You know, I know I had Notre Dame money line, so you could say, well, I'm just siding with my bet. But I believe I would think like that if I had nothing on the line here. I thought it was ridiculous. I mean, the guy's just making a play. I don't think he maliciously meant to elbow the guy in the fucking face. All right. And you took away what was a very good game, a very equal game, at least I should say. I don't know about good game because execution wasn't at its finest, but and just took it out of our hands, really. I thought it was terrible. I thought it was to me, you ruined the basketball game to watch. What'd you make of this game, and what'd you make of those calls down the stretch?
This happened in another game, too. It happened in the Mount St. Mary's and Canisius game where we call flagrant foul, and it's not a flagrant foul, man. Sometimes there's going to be a physical foul. When it's flagrant foul. It's clearly intentional. Kind of basically, if it's a cheap shot, then it's a flagrant foul. If it's not a cheap shot, it's not a flagrant foul. This accidentally hitting somebody in the head, that's like targeting in football. Guys are going to get hit in the head every now and then. Sorry. Welcome to fucking sports.
Our society, the fucking announcer, I don't know who announced that game.
Oh, he's terrible.
They should be fired because he's just sitting there saying, we can't have this. What are you talking about? He's trying to get to the fucking basket. You know what I mean? What are you supposed to do? Okay, I know he didn't mean to fucking elbow him in the face, all right? I know he didn't mean to do that. You can tell he didn't mean to do that. And then he's trying to sell this leg whip. I'm like, what the fuck are you? I don't know. Just ruin the game for me. Fuck that game.
Yeah.
Fuck that announcer. Fuck those refs.
And it's the end of the Mike Bray era too. So it was sad all the way around. I really wanted him to get that one to at least survive another night.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. It was just, I don't know. That's probably the worst game of the day. Even worse than the next one I'm going to bitch about. Yep, the next one I am going to bitch about is UNC Wilmington Charleston. Game. Is Adam Silver in charge of the CAA?
I'm telling you, it was the same shit when John Morant was in the OVC. He got the same treatment Charleston was getting.
Within a minute and 15 seconds, multiple travels by Charleston were just ignored. One of them made it a 2-possession game because the guy traveled his way into a 10-foot jump shot. I don't know. I mean, once again, I thought it deprived us of a great ending. I don't even know. I honestly thought, and maybe once again I had money, I thought he got him with the body on the block with a minute left where the ball went out of bounds I know I did think the ball did go out of bounds off of Wilmington, but I thought he got him with the body, and I thought that should have been 2 free throws. I can't wait to fade this Charleston team in the tournament. I cannot wait to fade them because I don't think they're that good. I think they got the benefit of the whistle in the Towson game. I think they got the benefit of the whistle tonight in the Wilmington game. Newsflash, I'm fading the fuck out of that counterfeit team. And I still hit the plus 8.5, so I didn't, I think I technically lost $5. So, yes, I took the money line on Wilmington. I had my future with $100 on Wilmington. But you know what I did today? I made a $200 wager on Wilmington plus 8.5 points. So, I'm okay there. But fuck that game. I'm curious your thoughts on the traveling or the body, the block the block did occur before the ball hit the backboard, but I still thought he got him with the body. And I thought those announcers, once again, even Pete Gillian, who I enjoy, fucking clueless on all of those. Didn't even mention the travel. Didn't mention nothing. Just talking about.
He's getting old.
It's come on, man. Everyone knew those were travel. They show us that replay 5 times, and none of the announcers mentioned the travel. Tell me I'm not wrong here.
No, you're right. Yeah. No, I mean, Charleston never had a chance. I guess they got it to 7-8 points at one time, but it felt like they never really had a shot. Wilmington was a better team, I thought, throughout the whole game, kind of like Hofstra last night. I do like Charleston. I like their team. I thought they played tight the entire tournament, so maybe kind of they can get into the tournament and there's no pressure. But I don't know, man. They're a finesse team for sure. I mean, Larson and Bolin in the backcourt. I mean, those guys are good, but I don't know if they play a physical team, like if they get matched up like against TCU, I mean, they'd have no shot at beating them.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna fade them. That's gonna be one that everyone's gonna love to take.
It'll be the public dog. Yeah. Yep. Good job by Pat Kelsey this year, though.
Of course, I mean, yeah. I'm not trying to shit on their team. I just thought the CAA it stunk a little bit. It stunk like a little Adam Silver stuff. Hey, we're in the CAA. You know, this team can have 30 wins. Let's make sure we get them into the NCAA tournament. That's what. I mean, I don't know how you don't explain those travels at the end. The out of bounds played fine. I'll even give you that shit, but I don't know. St. Peter's was taking on Fairfield. Peacocks, baby. Peacocks hit for us.
Peacocks flew.
Northern Kentucky is dancing. They beat Cleveland State by 2. The only problem is we laid 2.5.
I thought it was 1.5 last night on the show.
Yeah, I bet it at -2.5. I am being honest to the listener. I ate shit.
And
yeah,
did you see how they covered the 2.5?
No, I think I changed it. I was disgusted at this time.
They were up 5 with 7 seconds, got fouled. They missed the front end of the 1-1-1 as Cleveland State do, run it right down and shoot a 3 at the buzzer. I go, God damn. Again, here we go.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal.
The lines were sharp as hell today. Every game came right down to the number.
Yeah. Jarrell mentioning rest in peace, Bernie Mac. Amen. Love me some Bernie Mac. Northern Arizona, Montana.
My boy.
Holy shit. This was a lock battle.
They might win the national championship.
We had 2 lock battles. I hit on Wilmington, so we went 1-1.
Yeah.
You hit on Northern Arizona. Dude, Northern Arizona. This one wasn't fluky. Like the Eastern Washington one to me was fluky. This one was like they were actually the better team the whole fucking game. They got life. Jalen Cone, 28 points. Former Virginia Tech Hokie getting it done. And they're going to play the winner of this Weber-Montana State game. I can't wait. What'd you make of this one?
I hope they win. No, I thought that they were better than their record all year. They lost all those games by, felt like, 3-4 points. You saw one of them. They should have beat E-Dub in the regular season, but finally, I guess, the breaks are going their way. And, man, what a fun story. The 8 seeds in the finals.
Now, if they get in the tournament, look, I do enjoy this run. They're going to get fucked up if they win the next game. I mean, I know you could say that with any 16, but when I watch this team in person, the guard play is not bad, but their big men, they don't exist. That would be magical. It would be magical, but I also am going to fade the fuck out of them if they make the NCAA tournament.
The best part is, and Noah just typed it in there, with these teams that are absolutely awful that go on a run, they get to go to Dayton. So at least they get to play in a game where they get to play like Fair Dick or somebody, where they'll actually have a shot to win a game and then get absolutely eaten alive by the Yao Ming and at Purdue, Zach Edey.
Yeah. UT Rio Grande, Tarleton. We had Tarleton minus, what was that? 6.5, I think it was, or 5. I don't fucking remember, but we lost on the final play.
Yep. They're up 12 with 5 minutes. Gotta love it.
Oh, there were some brutal beats today. Bakersfield did get it done against Northridge. I don't know if it was you or Stack of the Money Green, but I made somebody switch their pick to Bakersfield. Northwestern State, New Orleans. This is unbelievable they didn't cover. This is another one. Northwestern State was up by like the 12, 13.
Yeah.
I felt like they had this in the bag. New Orleans gets the cover. And Oral Roberts, North Dakota State. Holy shit.
Oh, man. We got to take it on the chin on this one. We ate shit because we even said, I'm a little worried that North Dakota State had the emotional win over South Dakota State and Oral Roberts didn't play well, but it was supposed to be a home game. My ass. They got steamrolled. What was it, 60-20 at half?
That shit was over in like the first 10 minutes. Like, I'm not talking about 10 minutes game time. I'm talking about 10 minutes watching on TV. You're like, whoa. Shout out to Oral Roberts and Max Asmus. Shout out to them. I'm excited to watch. I meant to make this point last night, by the way, that, with Jake Stevens losing, with Aaron Estrada losing, Darius McGee losing. Yeah, it does suck that they're not in the tournament, because I was kind of looking forward. At least we're going to get Max Asmus in the tournament. But wow. I mean, what a start. What a start. And I'm excited to see Oral Roberts. I like Oral Roberts. Fuck Charleston. All right. For the record. Actually, no. I mean, I like Charleston, South Carolina. It's just that I found that I kind of thought the fix was in. CAA.
Probably was.
Yeah.
Money.
I mean, granted, I had
I
had like 1,400 reasons to assume the fix was in, but no, I'm not saying the game was fixed, but I just thought the calls were bullshit down the stretch, especially the two travels that would have been huge in favor of Wilmington. Even if they got just one of those, it would have been huge. So, Gonzaga, we locked up Gonzaga. Oh! They're going to win it all this year? Did they win it all this year?
I'm starting to think that they're going to be the ones that are under the radar, and this is the one that'll go to the Final Four and maybe make a run at it. And you know what? I didn't like their guards, but the guards have played better down the stretch, and they're flying under the radar. And you look at what they did in the they went to Alabama and won. That was like Alabama's only loss other than UConn in the PK. So, I mean, they're battle proven already, and they should have beat St. Mary's all three times. They blew that game at St. Mary's and then completely wiped them up like they were playing freaking Pepperdine tonight.
Yeah. I mean, that was an impressive performance. And every time Noah shows me this bracket, I get bothered.
Hey, St. Mary's, if they play a team that presses at all, they're going to struggle with that.
Yeah. I meant the bracket is in the way that they run the league. I didn't mean that you're putting it up, Noah. Marist is it's currently up 19. Shout out to Marist, because we're gonna eat shit on that one.
Manhattan's plus 800 on the money line if anybody wants it.
I might have to chase the dragon here. You know what I mean?
I put 20 on it. Let's go. $20. Let's go. Let's have a little live sweat.
I think I'm gonna have to get down on Stephen F. Austin. I'm gonna chase. I'm gonna go Stephen F. Austin Cal Poly parlay. Who's that? Who's coming with me? We got basically no time. This thing is starting very soon.
Oh, Paulie just tipped.
Shit. In game. Let's go. All right. Game balls. What are you doing here?
Game balls. Zags. They beat a top 10 team by about 40, made it look like a bye game. Gonzaga wins the West Coast once again. Mark Few and Timmy get my game ball.
That one makes sense. I think it's probably the best win of the day, but I'm gonna go with the Norse of Northern Kentucky because they're dancing on the ceiling like fucking Lionel Richie. Let's go. Getting it done. Is NKU really going to be a 16, you think?
I think so. Maybe a 15 if there's some big-time upsets, but the Horizon wasn't as good this year from a power-rated standpoint. I like the Horizon. I like Cleveland State. I loved Youngstown, but I think they're going to be a 16. Maybe 15.
I think they're pretty good, man. So who's your second game ball?
Got to go to the Lumberjacks, man. 2 in a row. They're playing for a spot in the dance tomorrow. Let's go Lumberjacks.
Yeah, and I'll go Oral Roberts because you're dancing as well.
Like
all right. Who's your final game ball?
I know you don't like it because it was a controversial win, but I'm going to give the game ball to Charleston just for completing the 31-3 season. That's a hell of an accomplishment. Yeah. I know tonight was controversial, but good year for Pat Kelsey and that group.
Yeah, and I'm sure wherever they're headed, they'll probably travel there as well and get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Final game ball for me will be a lot of Merrimack. They won't put you in the NCAA tournament. I saw, was it Andy Katz saying they knew what they were getting into when they signed up? Sure, but doesn't mean it's right. All right?
What kind of fucking take is that?
Yeah. Fucking bothers me. Like, they knew what they signed up for. It's like, yeah, okay, it doesn't mean that it's right.
Some soft corporate shit right there. What are you talking about?
Ridiculous. If they want to change it, take it up with the committee when we change our rules. How about we change that rule faster? It's a bunch of crooked nonsense going on. By the way, folks, I don't know if you guys saw this nice thing that we have here for the Deep Divers SGPN dive team. We have a diving helmet here. Yeah, let's go. All right. I want to tell you, folks, that the college basketball experience is brought to you by WinBet. WinBet's now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. March Madness is here, and there's plenty of ways to win with college basketball. Also, the NHL, NBA, XFL, all rolling along. Sign up today to receive a special offer. Bet $100, get $100. Limited to state availability, and of course for our DGens only, essentially. If you hit the biggest long shot parlay of the week, you get $1,000 free credit. There's so much to choose from, and all you have to do is head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/winbet so they know that we sent you. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. Offer subject to change, terms and conditions. WinBet.com must be 21 and older. Present state where WinBet is available. Or for you or somebody knows a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is your home for off-season NFL best ball drafts, but they also got you covered for a ton of other daily games, including PGA, NHL, NBA. Underdog Fantasy is a great way to get down on your favorite player props. Perhaps your state makes it so you can't do the props. All right, maybe there's always a way around it. This is the play action pass here, Underdog Fantasy. Head over to UnderdogFantasy.com. Use the promo code SGPN for a 100% deposit bonus up to $100. That's UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGPN. We got tournaments tomorrow. We got lots of tournaments tomorrow. We start off with the SWAC.
SWAC, baby.
I was on a show not long ago talking about how I believe the SWAC is way up this year to years past. I believe that. I believe the rosters and the teams are better than they were. So looking at the SWAC, the odds to win the SWAC, we have Grambling plus 105, the odds on favorite. Been a darling of ours all year. Alcorn State, who's actually the 1 seed, plus 400. Southern, the 4 seed, plus 800. Prairie View A&M, the 6 seed, plus 850. Jackson State, the 3 seed, plus 1200. Alabama A&M, the 5 seed, plus 1,300. Texas Southern, the 8 seed, plus 1,300. Bethune-Cookman, the 7 seed, plus 5,000. Wait, what? You're going to disrespect Bethune-Cookman like that to me? So I'm playing 3. I actually think there's value in this conference, right? I'm going Grambling because they've been good to us all year. It's only plus 105. It's not a great play, but I already bet it, and I also already bet Southern. I feel like Southern is better than a lot of these other teams. They're plus 800, right? So I sprinkled that, and then at 50-1, I did throw $25 on Bethune-Cookman. What would you do here? Or what are you doing?
My boys are in the 8 seed. I think they're going to upset Alcorn tomorrow night. So obviously, I'm going to take a flyer on them. They've owned this tournament. They've gotten healthy down the stretch. They lost both games to Alcorn in close fashion. So I'm going to take Texas Southern as a longtime future. I also like Jackson State with Mo Williams. So that's another future I'll look at. And I agree with you. I like Southern as a long shot as well.
That value for Southern is pretty good, right?
Yeah. So I'm on the 3, 4, and 8 seed.
Yeah, I did the 2, 4, and 7 seed. So just
We're going to get some upsets here.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be a lot of fun. This is a better I feel like a lot of times you get labeled, historically, I know their records in the tournament, not great, but I do think it's a better conference than it's been in a long time. So there's the SWAC. Can we move along to the MEAC?
Yeah, just ask the Pac-12 how good the SWAC is.
Shout out to Todd. He says, I haven't watched ESPN once since I discovered you guys. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. All right. And please spread the word if you can. What are we doing here? MEAC. Look at this. We're shifting through. Once again, you can watch this on YouTube, youtube.com/thecollegeexperience. We have the brackets up. Shout out to Proj Sports, PROJ Sports. They do great work over there with all these things. And I do not see the MEAC, do we?
I don't see the MEAC.
Yeah. Well, I can rattle this off anyway. So, odds on favorite to win the MEAC is North Carolina Central at plus 150.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Noah says just do Conference USA for a second. Okay. So Conference USA tournament starts tomorrow. We'll talk about the MEAC. We'll talk about the MEAC in 1 minute. This conference is fantastic to me. I think it's way up. We did this on the SGP show today. I think it's a lot better than people think. Once again, for the snorkelers out there, they think the CUSA is garbage. It's not. This is way up.
Better than the ACC.
Yeah. Dude, I really believe it is. Honestly, if you went 1-for-1, who's the 1 seed? It's Miami. Miami against Florida Atlantic. I would be very intrigued. Yes.
Yeah.
Then you go North Texas, Virginia. They're the same fucking team.
Yeah.
Then you go, who's the 3? Did Duke at the 3?
UAB Clemson. Clemson.
UAB all day. All day. Oh, man. We need to do a show on that.
Rice or Louisville?
Rice. By far.
Not Rice. Who's that down there?
UTSA or Louisville?
Yeah, UTSA, yeah.
That's a game.
UTSA, baby.
That's a game.
Meet.
All right, let me rattle off these odds. Florida Atlantic's plus 150. UAB is plus 210. North Texas is plus 260. Charlotte is plus 1,400. Middle Tennessee is plus 1,800. Western Kentucky, the Hilltoppers, plus 9,000. UTEP is plus 10,000. Same with Rice and Louisiana Tech. The airport is at 15,000. And UTSA, the Roadrunners, are at 30,000. First thing I thought was UAB, the 3 seed, is second place as far as value goes. As odds go, plus 210. I will sprinkle that. They're healthier now, so I will take UAB plus 210. Even though that can be a crazy play because they play a wild game of basketball. Ignorance. You want to talk about stupid low percentage shots, but at the same time, they're fun to watch. Give me UAB at plus 210. I took, am I crazy for taking the airport 150 to 1? Just maybe.
No, they could beat North Texas.
$25 on the airport. I know I'm going to eat shit on this one. I'm gonna put another $25 on Western Kentucky at 90 to 1. I believe from a talent standpoint, they have one of the most talented rosters. And if you're telling me I can get one of I personally think it's the second most talented roster in this league. And if you're telling me that I can get the team with the second most talented roster in the league at 90 to 1, I think you have to play it, even though we were probably going to eat shit because they're going to fire Rick Stansbury. What do you think of those plays and what are you doing here?
UAB's my play. I think UAB can not only win this, but win games in the tournament with Jelly Walker, that backcourt, the high major experience. Andy Kennedy's been there, done that. They won it last year. I like Middle Tennessee in the top half. I think they have already beat FAU. I think they could beat them again. Bad matchup. And, I actually kind of like Louisiana Tech over FIU. They just beat them. I'll take Louisiana Tech as a long shot because I think they could beat North Texas. I think North Texas is the one out of the top 4 that could get picked off early in round number 1.
Yeah. No, I mean, I could totally see. I mean, it's really hard to say who's going to win between the airport and Tech. I think that's like a 1-possession game. Judge Dredd saying, North Texas, baby. That's my Stallone. Angel first blood, not me. How about
I like
I
North Texas
and violate you like a parking meter? I don't know. It's terrible. Terrible Stallone. You like North Texas?
Not to win the tournament. They struggle to score, man. I know that they're hot coming in, but 3 wins in 3 days. I think their lack of ability to score will catch up to them.
Can we give a special shout out to Nick? How do I pronounce that? Cotini?
Where's it at?
Cotney?
Oh, Cottony. Yeah, I see. Yeah, it's right in front of my face. Yeah.
He said, I made flyers with the link to the channel and put them in all the other kids' backpacks at my son's daycare during nap time. That's efficient right there. That is efficient right there.
My man. That's great.
Please take a photo next time. Take a photo. Send me that. I would appreciate that to show the youth. And they need to learn. They need to educate themselves about Courtney Love anyway. Let's be honest. All right. There's a lot of Courtney Loves out there. Are we good? Are we good with MEAC? There we go.
Oh, there we go. MEAC, baby.
There we go.
They might be able to beat the HEC too.
I mean, I like Howard. I'm all on board with Howard here. Yeah. MEAC. So look, the odds-on favorite in the MEAC is actually Lavelle Moton and North Carolina Central. Love Lavelle Moton. I'm surprised a little bit that they're the odds-on favorite, but I guess he's got a track record of winning in March, so they're plus 150. Norfolk State's plus 260. Howard plus 330. The 1 seed plus 330. Eastern Shore's plus 650. Morgan State, my Morgan State Cocaine Bears, plus 2,000. South Carolina State plus 4,000. Coppin State plus 6,000. Delaware State plus 10,000. So I went with Howard. I know Howard down the stretch wasn't playing as good, but man, I watched a few Howard games mid-season where I was like, man, this team is good. This team is a good team. Now I know North Carolina Central, Norfolk State. I'm telling you, these conferences are up. Like SWAC
Agreed.
and MEAC are way the fuck up. Their rosters are better than they were 5 years ago. A lot better.
They used to be horrible. Yeah, no, they're way better.
Yeah, I'm going to ride the plus 330 on Howard. Look, I think Lavelle Moton could come away with this, but at plus 150, there's not much value in it. So I'm on Howard. I'm going to sprinkle some on Morgan State. The only problem is they play pretty small ball, but I like the way they play. And should we take a long shot on Coppin State at 60-1? I wrote them off, and then all of a sudden they started winning a couple games. Wouldn't shock me. Let's take it. What are you doing here?
Another like Lavelle Moton's got the reputation of getting it done as well. Norfolk State's gotten it done multiple times. Spartans, they've actually won a game in the tournament, so I'll take them. I like Eastern Shore. I think they split with Howard in the regular season, so I think they have a shot there to potentially get to the finals. And if I'm going to take a big time long shot, if I'm going between South Carolina State, Delaware State, and Coppin State, I do think Coppin State is the best one. Just because they shown it early in the non-conference. So Coppin.
Shout out to Scott G, who says, my dude's Mac and Dundee. First time catching the show live. Your spots with Greg Peterson got me hooked. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. And shout out to Hoops Peterson. I'm on his show, Thursdays and Sundays, folks. So check out that show on VSiN. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really excited. I think this conference is going to be a lot better than they traditionally have been. Let's hop on over and talk about the next slide that we have. Pac-12. Okay. Shout out to Derek Wilson. Finally caught you guys live. Love the show. Appreciate you, Derek. What were you about to say there, Mac?
I've been looking forward to this tournament. I can't believe I'm saying that. I think that this is going to be a long shot here. The Pac-12.
Dude, I'm looking forward to it too, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Yeah, there's other ones I care. Like the Big 12 and Mountain West stand out to me. Like I've highlighted those ones all year to
Yeah.
watch. I'm like, I got to watch every game in that tournament. But Pac-12, obviously you got there's some terrible teams at the very bottom. Oregon State and Cal, but we'll rattle these teams off. UCLA is the odds-on favorite at plus 140. They are the 1 seed. It kind of goes chalk to start this off the way that Vegas set the odds. Arizona's 2 at plus 175. USC is plus 800, and the Oregon Ducks are plus 1,200. Those are the top 4 seeds, so it goes chalk there. But here's where it gets a little tricky. Arizona State, the 6th seed, is the 5th favorite to win the conference at plus 1,500. Then Washington State, the Cougars at plus 1,800. Utah at plus 2,800. Colorado at plus 4,000. Then Washington and Stanford both at plus 10,000. And Oregon State and Cal, as I alluded to, both plus 50,000. So, they were talking about my hoodie here. This is a hoodie that Mike Leach gave us. Rest in peace to great coach Mike Leach. I'm with it, though. I'm wearing a Washington State shirt, or sweatshirt, I should say. They can win this thing. And look, when you pull up the bracket, I like the chances of Washington State or Oregon because UCLA is already clinched. UCLA is already
Jalen
clinched.
Clark's out.
Yeah. I don't know about that. Someone just said the Pac-12 is not as deep as the ACC. Well, first off, the ACC is 15 teams. But come on. The Pac-12, we shit on the Pac-12 a lot, but it's still better than the ACC this year. Like Arizona and UCLA could go really far still. I even think there's a chance that another school could make a run if they get in, and that's Arizona State. So what I did here is this. I didn't go with UCLA or Arizona because the value is not crazy good, and they're already clinched, especially UCLA. I almost feel like if you're a Bruin fan, you're kind of rooting for them to lose. You know what I mean? I know that. I don't think
they're going to win it.
Yeah,
I think they're due for a loss. I'm with you.
So what I did is I put down. Now this is a conference where I threw more money in. I put down $100 on Oregon at plus 1,200, Arizona State at plus 1,500. And Washington State at essentially 18-1. I know that's a bit reckless. You got to remember, I got that SEMO money. All right. I don't know that if I did not have all that extra money, I don't know that I would be making as large of wagers as I am in the Pac-12. Well, what are you doing here?
I'll lead it off with Oregon. We've seen Dana Altman before in the past kind of be able to win 3 games in March, and they've been talking about for multiple weeks. They got to win 3 games in 3 days so that they can get to March Madness. So experienced coach, I like the Ducks here, but I also like their potential opponent in the quarterfinal, Washington State. I've been saying that for weeks. I think Washington State could win the Pac-12, so I'm taking them as well. So one of the two, I think, will knock off UCLA in the semifinals, and then I've been riding this team for a while, the Tree Huggers, man. As a long shot, Stanford, they've been playing good basketball. I think they're going to beat Utah, and I think they can beat Arizona. They already beat Arizona once, and the bottom of the half of that region is manageable. So Stanford's my long shot.
And look, Colorado is not like I know some people were adding me saying I'm a Colorado fan. Why am I not taking Colorado? KJ Simpson's been ruled out of the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
KJ Simpson's their best player. Do not take Colorado. Do not take Colorado.
Maybe Washington. Washington might be worth a look.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds disgusting because Mike Hopkins should have been fired like 3 years ago, but
you might get that Boeheim luck. Yeah.
Someone's got to win these games. Okay, let's move along to the next bracket that tips tomorrow. Noah, if we can. The Mountain West. Oh, I can't wait for this. I can't fucking wait for this. Odds-on favorite is San Diego State plus 150, Utah State plus 350. They're tied with Boise plus 350. Those are the 2 and 3 seeds at the same value. Nevada at plus 600. New Mexico, the Lobos at plus 900. UNLV playing all these games are being played at UNLV's home stadium plus 1,700. San Jose State plus 4,000. Tim Miles got coach of the year, I think today or last night, whatever day it was. Colorado State plus 6,000. Fresno plus 20,000. Air Force plus damn, Air Force is up there, 25,000. And Wyoming is plus 30,000. So essentially, 300 to 1 for Wyoming. I mean, the best part about looking at the bracket, I mean, this is tricky to me. So my angle on this, right, Darrell? I need to get a part-time fucking house in Vegas just so I can attend these games. I was watching the WAC tournament. There was like 6 people there. Looked like one of my comedy shows. And I'd much rather attend, one of those WAC tournaments. I could be first row, be hanging out. So yeah, Jamal Mashburn Jr. about to ball out. Let's remove the comments for a second. I want to look at that bracket. So New Mexico, Wyoming play. Obviously, Wyoming gave them fits. Honestly, Wyoming probably should have swept New Mexico. If you remember the game in Laramie, Wyoming should have won that.
Yeah, and then they beat the shit out of them at the pit.
Yeah. I still think New Mexico is going to win this game because I think they know they need it, right? New Mexico then would play Utah State, but Utah State's not the same team away from Logan. So I kind of like that angle. I'm trying to stay away from the San Diego State side of things. So I'm taking a future on New Mexico at plus 900. UNLV, because it's their home stadium. They almost beat Boise at Boise just like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. So UNLV at plus 1,700. New Mexico plus 900. And then just for the hell of it, because I just like fading Steve Alford, I'm going to throw $25 on San Jose State at plus 4,000. What do you think of that play?
I think you got to at least grab the 6 and 7 seeds. New Mexico and UNLV, they both were good in the non-conference. New season starts now. They struggled in conference play. You already mentioned it. Vegas, it's going to be home game, so they're going to be right there. I really think they have a shot to run the table and win this. New Mexico, they were the last unbeaten team in the country, not in the Mountain West, in the whole country, even longer than Purdue. So I think they get healthy with House and Mashburn. They got a shot to go on a run. And I know you hate fade him. I like Steve Alford. I like his draw because I think they can beat San Jose State. They split with San Diego State, and it's in Vegas, and Reno's not too far away.
Yeah, but it's Steve Alford. He couldn't win a fucking checkers tournament if his life depended on it.
It'd be great if it's UNLV and Nevada in the final. That'd be fantastic.
It would be. That love that rivalry. All right, let's switch over to what do we got next, Noah? SEC.
Here we go. SEC.
The odds-on favorite is Alabama, the 1 seed plus 150. Tennessee, the 5 seed. Vegas is setting them as the second best odds, plus 300. Kentucky, the 3 seed, plus 400. A&M, the 2 seed, plus 550. Unbelievable. Auburn, plus 1,200. Arkansas, plus 1,200. They play each other in in their first games, essentially. Missouri, the 4 seed. Man, the disrespect is real. Plus 2,500. Vanderbilt, red hot Vanderbilt. Jerry Stackhouse, the 6 seed, plus 4,000. Mississippi State, the 9 seed, plus 5,000. Florida, the Florida Gators, without Colin Castleton, plus the 8 seed, plus 6,000. Georgia, the 11 seed, plus 50,000, and Ole Miss plus 50,000. South Carolina plus 80,000, and LSU plus 100,000. Woo!
This games here.
I'm actually really excited because I'm actually going to make a pretty big bet here. I think I haven't bet this, but I'm about to tonight. I'm all over Mississippi State here. I love Mississippi State gets Florida without Castleton. They almost swept Bama. And now they played Bama before the turmoil. That style of ball gives Bama fits. The slow pace. Grind it out. Great defensively. I'm all over it. I'm all over Mississippi State. So that would put them in a spot where they might be playing Tennessee or Missouri, who they've been good against. Even the loss to Missouri was in overtime at Missouri. This is now the only thing that could really fuck with them, because I'd rather it be Missouri, is this is in Nashville, which is not far from Knoxville.
Yep.
So maybe that's why Vegas has Tennessee, because Tennessee fans will show up. I don't care if it's a badminton game. All right. I'm taking Mississippi State though at plus 5,000. And I'm actually, the Kentucky fans are going to show up too. That's not a far trip for them. So give me Kentucky at plus 400. I could see Tennessee doing it, though. I like Tennessee's path as well. What are you doing here?
It kind of feels like a Kentucky-Tennessee final. Just from the odd look, naked eye right now looking at it. But I don't want to take Tennessee with their value being so high. I'll go Kentucky. I think they're going to win it. They seem to own this tournament most of the times. I like Mississippi State as well. I think they're going to beat Alabama. Fade the Tide. Let's go. Hail State. And I'll take a stab at Arkansas. The Muss Bus is a good postseason coach. I think if they can get by Auburn, I think that they can present A&M some matchup issues. And the Razorbacks at that value and the Muss Bus, I think you got to take a stab there. Good tournament coach.
Yeah. I'm excited for this one. Even the buzzsaw, BJ saying sprinkle some of the buzzsaw. That's going to be so interesting to watch because you got Arkansas.
They did it last year. Yeah.
Going to be fun to watch. But that's my advice on the SEC. Let's move along, Noah, if we can, to the Big East. This tournament's growing up. I grew up in case you didn't know, I grew up in the DC area, and man, I grew up in ACC/Big East country, and those two tournaments used to be so fucking good. The Big East is still good. Obviously, the ACC, UConn's the odds-on favorite, even though they're the 4 seed. Maybe, Madison Square Garden, UConn crowd, most likely.
That's a nice way of putting it. That place is going to be lit for UConn.
Yeah. So plus 200 for UConn. Marquette, the 1 seed, plus 300. The disrespect. Michael Crichton is getting plus 300. Xavier, even though, did you see the news? Zach Fremantle is out for the year.
Yep.
They're plus 550. The Wildcats of Villanova are plus 1,000. Providence plus 15. Plus 1,500. Seton Hall plus 5,000. St. John's, also a home team in a way, plus 6,000. Butler, the Bulldogs, plus 80,000. And DePaul and Georgetown at 100,000. Can Patrick Ewing do it again? And do we need to set odds on Madison Square Garden security, knowing who the fuck Patrick Ewing is? Still the most ridiculous story. Look, I know there's a lot of ridiculous sports stories. What, not knowing a 7'2" fucking Jamaican guy who built basically Madison Square Garden? They should have a fucking statue.
Jerseys in the rafters.
And I'm still convinced Patrick Ewing must have had sex with that security guard's wife, because that's the only thing that makes fucking sense. It's the only thing that makes sense. But look, I'm all over Nova plus 1,000 here. I'm actually going Nova plus 1,000 and Creighton plus 300. I'm staying away from Nova with that. I'm staying away from Providence with that Fremantle news, even though they're experienced and they could. I want something from the south side of the bracket, to tell you the truth. And I see Nova and Creighton playing each other in the second round, and I like the winner's chances against either Xavier, DePaul, or Seton Hall. Talk to me.
You meant Xavier with the Fremantle news, not
what did I say?
I think you said Creighton.
Oh,
but yeah, I know everybody knew what you meant. UConn's gonna win. I'm convinced UConn's gonna win. It's a home game for them the whole entire time. But I'm gonna take UConn, even though they're the favorite, and then Villanova. I think it's gonna be UConn Villanova in the finals. And if I gotta take a long shot, just in case, if the Magic gets restored once again in the Garden for Mr. Pat Ewing, I'll take Georgetown. You never know. If they beat Villanova, they could go.
Can you imagine firing the Big East champ?
Would they do
it?
You
gotta fire him one way or another. You gotta fire him.
I think he would survive if they won it.
No way. No fucking way.
He just wouldn't get an extension this time around. Or God, I hope he wouldn't.
Unbelievable. All right, let's go to the next. Let's go to the next bracket here. Big Ten.
Ooh.
Oh, this is a lot of fun. A lot of fun here. The Big Ten, we have the odds-on favorite is Purdue at plus 145. Don't take that. Don't you fucking take that. Don't
They
take
actually
it.
might be able to win this one.
No, it's in Chicago. It's not in Indianapolis. They're not gonna have
Oh
that home
yeah,
advantage.
no, they ain't winning.
Yeah.
No.
This is at the this is at one where they did build a statue of Michael Jordan. All right, he's right outside of it, United Center. The rims are never friendly at the United Center. Indiana is the second or odds-on favorite, even though they're the 3 seed at plus 550. Michigan State at plus 600. They're the 4 seed. Maryland, the 6 seed at plus 650. Northwestern, the 2 seed at 850. Damn, the hate.
Respect.
Private school pussies. Vegas hates private school pussies too. Oh, right on, Vegas.
They're
Illinois.
in Chicago.
Yeah,
It's a
in
home game
Evanston.
for them.
Yeah, it's right there. Illinois, the 7 seed is plus 1,100. Michigan, the 8 seed, plus 1,700. Iowa, the Hawkeyes, plus 1,800. Rutgers, plus 2,500. Penn State, plus 2,500. Wisconsin, plus 5,500. Ohio State, plus 5,500. Nebraska, plus 25,000. And Minnesota, plus 100,000. First thing I'm going to say, I am dedicating $25 to the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Because look what they get. I think they beat Minnesota. I just saw them like 2 weeks ago beat Maryland. Maryland's been awful away from whatever they call Cole Fieldhouse now. Then they get Indiana, which, I mean, I would favor Indiana. But if you tell me they could pull one real upset, because I don't think it's that big of an upset if they beat Maryland. I think it's a big upset if they beat Indiana. So if you get one big upset, and then the fact that they could be playing Northwestern or Penn State, I like just sprinkle a little bit. All right. Look, I know Mac's probably going to say, Colby, don't do that. Do not side with Jackie Chan. But
insanity.
Yeah. What do you make it? First off, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm also the top of the bracket has my eye. I'm gonna put some action down on Michigan and Michigan State. Michigan, we know they're in a desperate spot. We don't like Rutgers with the mag injury, and so I think Michigan beats Rutgers, takes on Purdue. I think they're capable of beating Purdue, knowing that they're the hungrier team and they're in a jam where they need that win. And then they could get Michigan State. I expect Michigan State, if they play Iowa, to take down Iowa. Now, if they get Wisconsin or Ohio State, I think it could be actually a harder game than the Iowa game. But they have the motivational edge to beat Iowa. And so I'm sprinkling Michigan, Michigan State, and I'm taking a long shot on Nebraska. What are you doing in this conference?
I'm going to take the 2 seed. I think nobody's going to pick them. They're right at home. They've been disrespected all year. And Northwestern. I think that all they got to do is win 3 games, and you're getting them at what, plus 850, plus 900 price.
But wait, your angle of the home team though, Champaign, Illinois is not that far away. So if Illinois beats Penn State, I think that'll be an Illinois crowd and not a Northwestern crowd.
But if they can get by that, I think then at least it's a neutral crowd. And I think the more that they get more momentum, I mean, we've seen it where all of a sudden Northwestern was a lit home environment all of a sudden this season. In the top half, I like the Michigan angle. They're desperate. Juwan Howard's for some reason a good tournament coach. I don't know how, because it seems he's not really a good coach outside of tournaments. I'm going to go the other rival though too. They've been shit all year, but they've started playing better. The 13 seed, Ohio State, Chris Holtmann playing for his job. I think they could go on a run. I don't know if they can win 5 in 5 days, but I think they got a shot.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Wisconsin.
I looked at it. I thought about it. I did. Yeah, and we'll talk about that game shortly here. Noah, can we hop over to the Big 12? This is the final one. I know tomorrow we got to do like the MAC and the AAC, but for tonight, that's
a bracket.
Yeah, I mean, look at this bracket. Well, first off, Texas Tech, Mark Adams, not the smartest human being, and perhaps an idiot, quoting. I don't know if he's quoting. He says he's quoting the Bible. All right, I don't know if he's telling the truth or not. Either way, how about you read the fucking room, dude? You're a 67-year-old white guy talking to, saying some shit to your own players that are black Just a stupid statement. Did you read what that was about? Like, I'm your master or something to that extent.
Yeah,
I
he's
read
a
it. I'm like,
weirdo.
what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, look, I get it. Okay, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's say he's just quoting the fucking Bible. It's still stupid as fuck. It's stupid as fuck to do. All right.
It's not really motivating. I can tell you that.
Come on, man. Like, you could take a lot of shitty things out of the Bible. Look, I say this with love, but I'm saying there's parts of the Bible that I know that you could point out, and you probably shouldn't be saying them. Fuck the Old Testament. Are you kidding me? I don't know. Anyway, I just thought the guy's a fucking idiot. I don't know if he maliciously meant to or not, but I can tell you this: if the player went and was not cool with it, then clearly the player doesn't think he has that good of a relationship with the coach. So he must have felt it. I don't know, but it's pretty stupid. It's just all pretty stupid, if you ask me. So I'm all over West Virginia to beat Texas Tech.
Yeah,
we gotta pick that game. So I'm basically saying West Virginia's playing Kansas because Texas Tech seems like it's a fucking dumpster fire.
It should be.
But then after that, I mean, obviously this is still, the problem is I'm like, well, West Virginia almost won against Kansas at Kansas, but this is in Kansas City.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking home game for Kansas. You don't need to help Kansas out that much. All right. I'm joking. But what you should do is get the college football Big 12 championship back at Arrowhead Stadium. All right. Cause I get away from that nonsense down there at Jerry's World. So the odds on favorite in the Big 12 is Kansas. Obviously it's in, it's practically a home game for them. They're plus 240. Surprisingly, that's pretty good value. Texas is plus 330. Baylor's plus 500. Kansas State's plus 650. Iowa State's plus 650. TCU's plus 750. West Virginia's plus 1,500. Oklahoma State's plus 3,000. Texas Tech's plus 4,000. Oklahoma's plus 4,000. I mean, all right, so here's my angle. I've been talking a ton of shit about TCU all year. Give me TCU plus 750. In a way, I because I have a future on them to actually win the national championship. I'm actually kind of hoping they lose in the Big 12 before that, because
yeah,
you know what I mean. Alex not saying racism pays. No, see, this is how it works, man. The crowd, Utah State having a lit environment where perhaps 6% might be racist. I believe that's how that paid. Once you get to the tournament, like I'm fading Utah State in Vegas. All right. Texas Tech. Mark Adams isn't coaching this team anymore. It's the assistant. I'm drawing a blank on his name, but it's in Kansas City. They're not going to be able to do this. They're out. They're buying out on him, I think. I'm on Kansas at plus 240. I'm on TCU at plus 750. What are you doing here?
It's got to be Kansas has got to be the play. I mean, it's in Kansas City. They just got drilled in their last game, so they're going to come out focused. Bill Self already have them ready to play. So Kansas is my pick. Long shots, TCU. I think they're healthy. I like the side of the bracket that they're on the other side of Kansas. They were good in the Big 12 tournament last year. They almost beat Kansas in Kansas City. And this team, everybody wrote them off. Iowa State, because I don't know if people know, yes, Kansas City's kind of a home game for Kansas, except when they play Iowa State. Kansas City is Hilton South because everybody takes their spring break, goes to the Big 12 tournament from Ames, Iowa. It's only 2.5 hours. I think they're going to beat Baylor a third time. I think that's a matchup nightmare. That's going to be a complete home game for Iowa State against Baylor.
Yeah. I mean, that's an interesting angle, even though, interesting. All right. Well, look, those are our conferences. Hang on one second here.
Hey, what's better, the Elite Eight or the Big 12 quarterfinals?
And we're back on the B side of the college basketball experience. Repeat that question to me, Moneyline Mac. I'm sorry, you were off air. If you're listening to this on the audio side of things, you did not hear what he just said. And
here's on the B side. Here we go. the Big 12 quarterfinals, where you got potentially Kansas, West Virginia, Baylor, Iowa State, Texas, Oklahoma, whichever one you want to pick, K-State, TCU, or the Elite Eight. Which one has better matchups?
Ooh, he's trying to flex. Oh, Parlay J saying Elite Eight. You better watch it, though, man. I was thinking about this. I thought the ACC was shit last year, and then they end up having 2 Final Four and 3 Elite Eight, right?
Yeah,
right.
Is Mike Krzyzewski walking through that door?
I'm just saying. It's that two years ago, the Pac-12 had, I think, 4 in the Elite Eight, right? Or something. They had, UCLA, USC, Oregon, and Oregon State.
The ACC was a lot better last year, too. They were way better last year. They're really bad this year.
All I'm saying, though, is, look, and I agree. I think the Big 12 is the best conference. But I'm interested to see Selection Sunday who they get paired with.
I hope you get a bunch of ACC schools. That's what I hope.
Yeah.
Great matchups.
I would love it just because for our content machine that is the college basketball experience, we could have NC Nick on here, and you guys will be debating on who's going to win what matchups. So, all right, man, let's start picking some games. We did all those conferences. We got the AAC and the MAC coming tomorrow.
Boom.
You get my ugly fucking face. Here we go. 8:30 in the morning. What's up to Cash Juno? That's my guy. All right. Legend. Terrell Brown says day games and day drinking. Nothing like it. See, I got a feeling me and Terrell would be fast friends if that's just right up our alley. St. Bonaventure, Davidson, Brooklyn, New York. Davidson's laying 4. Give me the Bonnies +4. Give me the Bonnies +4. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I like the Bonnies as well. They kind of been our team all year, so I will take the Bonnies. I think this is a close game. These two teams just screams of a one-possession game.
And Jonathan, you said, did somebody say Manhattan Moneyline +800 live bet? Yes, we did.
They got it down to 6.
Yes, we did. Something to monitor, folks. Wake Forest, Syracuse. Greensboro, North Carolina. Wake Forest is laying 2. I am laying the 2 because these teams just played this past weekend. I think that's an advantage for Wake Forest. And I also believe the crowd will be pro Wake Forest. I know that sounds kind of crazy because Wake Forest doesn't really have great fans even when they play at home. But I think they'll have a little advantage here. Give me Wake Forest minus the points. What are you doing here?
I'm on Cuse, but I don't like it. I think if the game was in New York, I would lock up the Cuse, but I do agree with you with it being in Greensboro and ACC country. Yeah, it'll be a pro Wake crowd.
Fresno State, Colorado State in Las Vegas. This game is fantastic, actually. Colorado State's laying 2.5 points. Went back and forth on this one, but give me Fresno. I think their height could be a problem. What are you doing here?
They just played a couple weeks ago, came right down to the wire. I like Fresno as well, and I'll lead it off with the bang. Fresno's going to win this game.
You're locking this?
Yeah, let's go.
Moneyline, Mac. Riding with the Bulldogs. Let's go. Richmond is taking on George Mason. George Mason's laying 2.5. These teams just played not that long ago, but that was at Richmond. George Mason blew a 17-point lead, but somehow magically basically had a buzzer beater that won the game on a steal. However, this is in Brooklyn, New York, and I think this favors Mason. Now, there might be an advantage that Richmond played today, and they looked decent. However, give me George Mason minus the points. What are you doing here?
Yeah, Mason swept the season series, by a combined 6 points. So I kind of like Richmond here, third time around to pick off the Spiders or pick off the Patriots. I can't talk right now.
It's okay. I mean, you've had 7 glasses of whiskey, which we prefer on this show. Sometimes we might start talking aliens. All right,
Spiders, Rams,
Patriots.
I can't keep track of all these damn Virginia ACC or A10 teams. I can't talk at all.
Yeah, that's cool. It's standard
procedure.
That's why we have the picks page. All right. When we get to that point where we're so liquored up, or we're just blabbering, and I'm talking about how Police Academy 3 is an underrated movie. that's when you just go to the picks page and you tune us out, folks. Or you dive in with us. Maybe you're just like us. I don't know. Georgia Tech, Pittsburgh in Greensboro, North Carolina. Georgia Tech, Jeff Capel, coach of the year in the ACC.
Congrats.
The Yellow Jackets are catching 7 points. And guess what your boy, Pick motherfucking Dundee, is doing here. I am assuming that you're going to go on this.
Yeah. Which side are you on?
No. I'm with you.
Oh, let's go. I'm not stumbling here. I can tell you that. Yellow
Give me
Jackets.
the Yellow Jackets +7. Buzz, sting. All that good shit. Let's go.
Enjoy the NIT. Eat shit, Pitt.
Yes. Yeah, that's
You're going to
true.
beat them.
Good point. If I ever say that I like Ryan Larson, it's time to turn off the show. Yeah. That's like if you have a password, you know what I mean, to get out of the show. That's what it is. Butler, St. John's. St. John's laying 5.5. Mr. Chow says 7 shots of whiskey, definitely a requirement before you tune into the show. True. Very true.
That is a fact.
Butler, St. John's. Butler is catching 6 points. It's funny. I think it was 7 this morning. Give me Butler in the points. What are you doing here?
I'm on the Johnnies. Remember how Butler beat the Johnnies earlier in the year? That crazy game with the tip and it got waved off or something.
Yeah.
I'll take the Johnnies in a revenge angle.
All right, look, folks, I want to tell you that the college basketball experience on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by WynnBET. WynnBET's now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBET is what you need to win. Sign up today. Bet $100. Get a $100 free bet over at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBET. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply. Next up, Bethune-Cookman, Grambling. I got a future on both of these teams, so guess who I'm rooting for? Bethune's getting 11 points.
Many.
It's too many. It's a 12-point. Okay, they're like, oh, they lost by 12 at Grambling. This isn't at Grambling. This is at the Bartow Arena, or whatever the fuck it's called, in Birmingham. Dude, should we lock this up?
Let's do it. Yeah, let's go. Bethune, let's go. It's gonna be a game.
All right, let's go with Bethune-Cookman.
On Saturday.
Plus the 10.5 points. Or 11 points, I'm sorry. 11. Next up, Colorado, Washington. Colorado's laying 4. I will lay the 4 because KJ Simpson's injured or sick or whatever, he's out for the whole tournament. You know, there's a certain team out there that has my heart. All right. So you know what I'm doing here.
Look out, just watch him go. Down to Buffalo. Oh no, it's a guy to Buffalo.
What are you doing here, man?
I'm on Washington. They swept the season series and Simpson's out. This is actually lock worthy for me. I think they're going to win this game.
Here's your problem.
Mike Hopkins is a coach.
The line reeks.
You said they're favored by 3.5.
Colorado's favored by 4.
I mean, I still think that they would be favored. Washington sucks
Without their leading scorer.
Yeah. They maybe be closer to a pick. I'll lean to Washington, but I'm not going to lock it just because I can't trust Mike Hopkins.
Dude, I thought Washington would be a 3.5, 4-point favorite.
They're not very good either, though. That's the problem.
That's why the line is telling me I have to take Colorado. That's just the way I broke it down. All right, let's go. Air Force, UNLV in Vegas. UNLV, this line has came down, man. I did this show this morning, and wow. UNLV's laying 6.5. This was at 8 earlier this morning. I will lay, man. I'm laying the 6.5. No, give me Air Force plus the points. At 8, I liked it a lot better. I'm not going. If this drops to 6, I'm out. I'm going on UNLV. What are you doing here?
I'm going to take the points. I'm with you just because maybe Vegas is looking ahead saying, hey, we could win this tournament. But, yeah, you got to start with the Air Force win. So maybe they win a close one here.
St. Joe's, GW in Brooklyn. GW's laying 1. Give me GW -1. St. Joe's was not impressive today.
No.
What are you doing here?
Not at all. And I'm going to lock up GW. I think there's a much better team. I don't like GW at all.
Oh, man. Where is my sounds here? Moneyline Mac, lock it up, G-Dub. Yo. Shout out to McIntyre and Alexander Cool and the gang. Northwestern State, Texas A&M, Corpus Christi. I don't have a line. Chat, help me out here. DePaul, Seton Hall in MSG. Seton Hall's laying 6.
This line kind of reeks.
I'm taking DePaul, buddy. And this was
Me too.
I swear this was at 8 earlier today.
I almost want to lock up DePaul, man.
Yeah.
I think Seton Hall's coming off that emotional win at Providence. Everybody's saying that they can go to run. Yeah, I'm going to fade that angle. Let's go DePaul. Lock it up.
I'll join you on this one.
Too many
No
points.
one's going to take this. No one's going to. We might be the only 2 people in planet Earth.
Yep.
Taken.
Corpus
DePaul.
Christi -2.
Oh, that game's good. Northwestern
That is a
State,
good
Corpus
game.
Christi. Give me Corpus Christi -2. But I don't love it. I don't love it. What are
I'll
you
take
doing?
Northwestern State, but I don't love it either. That's going to come down the wire.
Cal taking on Washington State. Washington State's laying 13.5. I feel like give me Cal. No, give me Washington State. Give me Washington State. Damn it.
It actually was a close game last time they played. Cal only lost by 6. I'm going to lay it, but I do not love this.
Yeah.
Feels like a 15-point win.
South Carolina State, Howard. Howard's laying 8. It's too many. Give me South Carolina State plus the 8. What are you doing here?
That's what I'm doing. I'll take the points.
La Tech, the airport. You are going to go La Tech because they're only laying 2, I would imagine. I'm taking the airport plus 2.
Yeah, it's I think Louisiana Tech gets this done, but I mean, futures wise, I think you could take either of them, to be honest.
Yeah. All right, folks. I want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by good old Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is your home for off-season NFL best ball drafts. And they also have you covered for a ton of daily games, including PGA, NHL, and NBA. Underdog Fantasy is a great way to get down on your favorite player props if they're not available in your state. Head over to UnderdogFantasy.com and use the promo code SGPN for 100% deposit bonus up to $100. That's UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGPN. Ohio State, Wisconsin. Ohio State's laying 2. I'm laying the 2, and I can be talked. Actually,
I don't even think you need me to talk.
I'm locking it up. Ohio State -2. Is there a chance Greg Gard gets fired?
Man, I don't think you can fire him yet. I mean, they make the tournament every single year. I know under Bo Ryan, they kind of got spoiled a little bit, went to the Final Four, Elite Eights. But, yeah, I don't think they'll fire him. But, yeah, no, I'm with you. Ohio State's a better team, better roster. Holtmann coaching for a job. Yeah, yep.
Let's go. Moneyline Mac, awesome. Locking up the Buckeyes. Texas Tech is getting 4 points against West Virginia in Kansas City. I am locking up West Virginia. I don't know that the players want to play. I mean, I just think it's a bad situation in Lubbock. What are you doing here?
Man, it seems like everybody's on my Mountaineers all of a sudden. So it's kind of worrying me a little bit. I don't know. I think we're going to win the game, but I think it's going to be close. I have a weird feeling that Texas Tech's going to pop up. We always play close games with Tech.
Ole Miss, South Carolina. Ole Miss is laying 6.5 points. Ugh. I went back and forth on this one. Give me South Carolina, but I don't love it. I would not be surprised if I lose this one. What are you doing here?
I think the line is telling you everything here. I think Ole Miss is about to put it on them. Better roster. I'm locking up the Rebels here.
Oh, you're locking it?
Let's go, baby.
You are disgusting. Moneyline Max says lock up Ole Miss. Hotty toddy. Wyoming is taking on New Mexico in Vegas. New Mexico's laying 7.5 points.
That's too many points.
I know. Give me Wyoming.
Should we lock this? I mean, they beat the hell out of them last time they played.
It was at 8 this morning, though, so it did come down 0.5 point. But
I'm locking the Cowboys, man. They present a bad matchup for the Lobos for some reason.
If this thing jumps back up to 8, I'm probably with you. Moneyline Max locking up the Cowboys of Wyoming. Next up, we have good old Boston College, North Carolina. Do we have a line on this? Did this thing? Hold on. Yeah, I do. UNC's laying 9.5 points against Boston College. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Give me Boston College. I'm taking the Carolina loss, though. You know what? Give me Boston College. I'm not locking it. I'm not locking it, though.
You got to wait to see if the big fella's healthy, too, for BC. If he's back, then, yeah, I think this is a game. But, BC is not going to get a single call either. The game's in Greensboro.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a total rig job all weekend to get Carolina. If they beat Boston College, are they on the bubble? No, you're not on the bubble if you beat Boston College. You got to win the tournament.
Yeah. We'll see about that, though. Mount St. Mary's, Iona. Iona's laying 12.5 points. And I'm going to lay it. What are you doing here?
I take the points. Iona actually has played in close games in these tournaments for some reason. So I'll take the points. Iona gets out of there. 10-point win.
Colgate is laying 14. Get the fuck out of here. Against Lafayette. Number one lock every single night. Lay the points. This is a slam dunk. I'm not even asking you. I'm not even
just parlay it. Find the line on Saturday for Vermont against Lowell and just parlay these two right now because Vermont's going to roll on Saturday and Colgate's going to roll. Don't overthink this shit.
What is this Long Beach State talk? This rhetoric?
Dust up? What?
I don't know what's going on about Long Beach State. Money line. What do you mean? Oh, there we go. Shout out to Tyler. No, not this weekend. We'll be in Vegas. Actually, I'll be there Monday. I'm there Monday all week.
I'm there Sunday.
I need to fucking eat.
It's like 3 days from now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I need to eat some vegetables. I need fucking IV packs, all that good stuff. LaSalle, Duquesne. Duquesne's laying 7.5. That's too many. Give me LaSalle plus the points. What are you doing there?
This is weird that this is this high. What are these two teams? Two good coaches, Keith Dambrot and Fran Dunphy. Obviously, they just played. Duquesne drilled them. I'll take Dunphy and a bounce back here to keep this close.
Georgetown, Villanova. Villanova's laying 11.5 points. I'm laying it. Ewing, at least your funeral is at Madison Square Garden, man. All right, so you got that. What are you doing here, Mac?
I think Villanova's better win by 30. I'm locking Villanova. Rest in peace, Big Pat.
I'll lock it with you.
We're going to bury him at center court.
Let's go.
That security guard's going to be digging his grave.
No better way to go out, man. Better way to go out.
Just in case, though, I was locking against Georgetown that year, too. You never know when Pat could prove you wrong. So I can benedict this.
North Carolina Central's laid 11 against Delaware State. Stop it. It's too many points. Delaware State's gotten better towards the end of the year. There's an 8-point game just on February 18th. Give me Delaware State and the points. You?
Yeah, I'll take the points. It's a MEAC.
UTEP taking on Western Kentucky in Frisco, Texas. Western Kentucky's laying 1. I am locking up Western Kentucky -1.
This line reeks.
Let's do this. What are you doing here?
have a lock battle. I'm on UTEP.
Oh.
I think Stansbury doesn't get to the big game. He's overlooking. He thinks it's going to be a nice.
We got a lock battle here. Pick Dundee riding with the Hilltoppers. Moneyline Max saying tink, tink, tink. Let's go. Stanford, Utah, Vegas. Both these. You got the private school pussies in Vegas. They can buy everything. Probably pulling a Larry Scott, staying at rooms probably for, I don't know, what, $50,000 a night. Can't even get the Pac-12 on the fucking TV at the. That's what's great. Larry Scott was staying in some suite in Vegas for 50 G's a night. Meanwhile, it's Vegas, and even the sports books couldn't get the fucking Pac-12 games on. Unbelievable. Utah's laying 1 against Stanford. I think wrong team favored. Give me Stanford. You?
Lock it, baby. The tree huggers are going to get it done. They're better than Utah. Utah has been struggling lately. Stanford's going to go on a run here. Let's go.
Moneyline Mag is locking up. Stanford Cardinal.
Hug that tree.
Oh, Bedlam on the hardwood. Sign me
Ooh.
the fuck up. Oklahoma State's laying 1.5. 2. Shop around. Nope. Oklahoma's getting this one. They're not going to lose all 3. Sooners, get it done. What are you doing here, Mac?
Enjoy the SEC, Boomer Sooner. Oklahoma State completes a sweep. Bad matchup for Oklahoma, man. Oklahoma State's so athletic, it bothers them with Cisse in the middle. I'm locking the Cowboys, man. They need this game for their tournament resume. They're going to put
this guy's locking every fucking game.
Personal, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. Max riding with the Cowboys. You got a little cowboy parlay going.
I do got a
Wyoming and Oklahoma State. Ride that cowboy. Minnesota, Nebraska. Nebraska's laying 5.5. Okay. In Chicago. They're going to do this. I'm laying the 5.5. Let's go. What are you doing here?
That line scared me. I thought that would be like 7 or 8. I'll take Nebraska just because I want the mayor to win. My guy Tamanaga, but this kind of worries me that Minnesota might be a live dog again.
Nope. UTSA Rice. Rice is laying 5.5. They got swept by UTSA. I don't know how they come up with this line. Give me UTSA plus the points. What are you doing here?
What'd you say the line was in UTSA Rice?
Rice is laying 5.5.
I'll take the points.
LSU, Georgia, in a game no one wants to watch. LSU's laying 1. I'm on LSU. I think they're the more talented team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Texas Southern, Alcorn State. Alcorn State's laying 2. I'm with you. Give me Texas Southern. Upset special. You?
Lock it. Let's go. They're going to win. This is my team.
Bag. Lock it up, Texas Southern. I'm not joining you on this one.
The 8/1, baby. Let's go.
This is you, buddy. This is all you. NC State's laying 2.5 against Virginia Tech. Am I really going to have to do this? Let me get this straight. It's in Greensboro, so it's going to be an NC State crowd. I think I have to lock NC State, which is one of the most disgusting things I've ever had to do. So I'm going to bet NC State, but I'm going to play the correct music of the best school in North Carolina. What are you doing in this game?
Didn't last time you did that, Clemson beat NC State by about 100.
Very true. Very true. Yeah.
How about Tech? I think everybody's riding this damn NC State train like there's something. I think Tech gets this done money line. I'm not locking this, though. I can't figure these teams out.
St. Peter's, Ryder. I don't have a line on this one yet. Someone get me that line. Oregon State, Arizona State, final game of the night besides St. Peter's, Ryder. Let me see if we can get that line. ASU is laying 10. I will lay the 10 against Oregon State and Wayne Tinkle.
Wayne Tinkle's got the magic though in the Pac-12 tourney. He seems to always he's like Pat Ewing of the West, baby. They're both tall as shit. They both find ways to win these games. I'll take the Beavs, but yeah, I'm not locking them. Not locking them in this one. Jesus.
Moneyline Mac. He's saying, I don't know where the fuck that clip is. St. Peter's. So St. Peter's Riders laying 6.5. It's too many points. Give me St. Peter's. Give me the Peacocks. They got magic. What are you doing there?
6.5. Yeah, take the points here. It's the MAAC. Take the points.
And there we go, folks. And that is our slate. Remember, get the SGPN app for our picks or our locks, everything. All right. And subscribe to the College Basketball Experience. Remember, subscribe to the College Football Experience, too. We're dropping episodes left and right over there. And check out the College Baseball Experience. My ECU Pirates today rallied in the 9th, took down Queens. I watched it. We're unstoppable. We're going to win it all. We're heading to Omaha. We're going to burn that fucking town down. Let's go. Check out that, though. We come together as one on YouTube, youtube.com/The College Experience. Subscribe, tell a friend. And check out Moneyline Mac's work, the NFL Gambling Podcast, the Ryan and Rush Show. Currently, Montana State is clinging to I'm seeing a 3-point lead. Utah Tech is currently up 3 on Stephen F. Austin, and Long Beach State is up 2 on Cal Poly. Luckily, I bet Cal Poly. Can they hang on? I also bet Weber State, so I need both of these to hang on. Folks, subscribe to the College Basketball Experience. The chat is awesome. You guys are a lot of fun. A lot of first timers, new timers. I can't fucking talk. A lot of first timers here. We appreciate you. And yeah, please spread the word if you can. That's the best way. The best way to spread this thing, honestly. We don't have CBS dollars. Like I look at the top college basketball podcast, and it's like, oh, this is by CBS. So they got CBS money behind it, which pays for their ranking essentially. But we chart up there with them. All right, we're like that. We're like, well, I think I counted today. We're number 5 on the. So we're like that. I think we're the only independent one out there still doing this. And they aren't doing daily shows. We are. All right, we're like fucking. I don't know, Rocky Balboa or Apollo Creed's son. Creed 3 is coming out. You know what I mean? We're them. All right. We're independent. We're doing it every night. And we couldn't do it without you because the chat is fantastic. And I will put this diving helmet on. Shout out to the SGPN dive team and the College Basketball Experience dive team. Hang on.
Scuba diving.
Where's my headphones? Who's coming with me? All right. Subscribe to the College Basketball Experience. Shout out to our dive team. We love you. Don't listen to the snorkelers. All right. Until next time, this is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Yeah, it's got me thinking about the good shit. The minute that I seen your grill again, it made me good trip. Good dog the mind back like dog, but wine that. Man, I didn't get mad when you near me hit the can back. But the comings on was strong. Now my shit's coming along, you know the song. The truth is I'm pretty much on fire again. It's heating up for real, I'm alive again. And that's the attraction factor. Vancouver, Michigan with my rap disaster. Yeah, you know you want it how you want it. No need to trip, cause I got it, doggone it. It's all yours and the extras too. All the super music and the sex for hope. Just get it straight, cause you caught me in a good mood. Let me demonstrate what this time of year could do. Yeah, sing it.